So the movie starts and we're thrown straight into the action. We've been told that Superman has been Superman for 3 years now, and he's just been beat for the first time. He's now come crashing down to earth. He's got blood dripping from his mouth. He can't move. He's struggling. He's calling for help. You know, we've never really seen a Superman in that manner, especially with blood dripping from him and struggling so much. And that sort of sets the tone. You know, he's calling for help and gets help from Krypto. This is real early on. And it sets the tone because this is not an origin story. It's not how he became Superman. He already is him in this. But we don't get any context behind that. And it sort of carries that theme on all the way through. So basically he gets beat and needs help, gets beat again, needs help, gets beat again, needs help. But the context behind it never really comes. It's sort of like, you know, it leaves you guessing as to who, what, why, or when anything really happened. And I think it was the right choice not having an origin story, but you do need some sort of context and some sort of background to give, you know, to set the story up, to set the arc and get you bought in, because you are literally sort of guessing all the way through. Now, that doesn't mean that the film is terrible. It's not a bad film, but it's not great either. It's just good. And when you're sort of speaking about Superman, you know, the standards of Superman are here. Like, you've got to remember, Superman is the first ever superhero. He's the number one, the OG. He's actually the standard setter for all other superheroes. You know, I seen a meme there just the other day, and it was a Marvel, you know, Captain America and Iron Man, and they say, oh no, Thanos has got all the Infinity Stones, and Superman comes into the conversation with him and says, is one of them kryptonite? These two say no, and 2 minutes later, Superman comes back and he's got Thanos' head. That's how powerful Superman is and was. You know, he would hands down annihilate anyone in the Marvel universe. I don't care what anyone says, he would. But in this movie, they weaken him down. So they're like number one guy. So you've got Superman and Batman. Batman is the most popular hero or version of that there's ever been. But Superman and Batman are completely different. Superman is a ray of hope, a ray of light, and you know, someone brings hope and we look up to. But they've dumbed him down in this, which I just find really weird, because they sort of, you know, messed about with their own main man, and I just don't get that. It's like trying to tell a football striker to only score one goal. Don't score any more than that, mate, you've done enough. And it's like, no, he's Superman. Like, I don't get it. And it's kind of like they've given him like a super boy status to maybe big him up later on, but he never really gets going because he needs help off of others. But like I said, it's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. But there is a lot going for it. You know, the visuals, the cinematography of this movie are phenomenal. The CGI is seamless. There's a lot of transitions and a lot of effects and whatnot, and they are great. They are very, very well done. The casting and the characters, so you have Lois Lane, you know, Clark Kent and the Superman guy, David Corenswet, Lex Luthor, Jimmy Olsen. You know, these are staple characters in the Superman universe, and every single one of them plays their part fantastically well for me. If anything, they overdo what the script has allowed them. So they've overacted, they've compensated or been done above and beyond what would be expected in such a weak story and plot for me. And what actually lets them down a lot is that this movie just becomes an introduction movie. It's an introduction to this new universe, which is great. Yeah, excited for it. It's very comic booky. It's very colourful. And again, that is a good thing to happen. But where they've spoiled it is they've put too many characters in. So what they've done is they've had like a load of add-ons or a load of extras, which is like the Green Lantern, Hawk Girl, Mr. Terrific. And you just don't need them. Like, you're thinking, what's the point in you? Like, I don't get it. But having a bit of a cameo and a little bit of something going on, fine. But then they do more than the main guy who's Superman. Like, they actually outperform Superman in power status. It's weird. They rescue him more than he rescues anyone. In fact, I don't think Superman actually... Oh, he does. He rescues a young girl from this explosion. But that's it. He might as well just be a firefighter and go and rescue a cat from a tree, because they just don't use the power of what they could. It's like it's been completely dumbed down, where someone said, don't let him be too hard. Like, if he's too hard, we're going to be shit scared and there's nothing we can do, you know, dumb him down, chill him out a bit. And it's like, no, man, he's Superman. Like, let him run free, go for it. And it carries that on all the way through. But like I said, there's a lot of good stuff. If you take your kids to watch this film, they'll love it because of the colours, you know, there's a lot going on. From my side and from more adult ways, I think there's just not enough story depth. There's too much going on, but the kids will love it. They want all the merch. They want, you know, a cape and the popcorn buckets and all that. It's good for that. But the story massively lets it down. There's no arc. There's no real sort of emotion behind it or anything. You know, you've got Lois Lane and Clark Kent. They were already together while in this movie. It's not like you see them get together. They're already together. And again, you get no backstory. So although you don't need an origin story, you need some sort of context and some sort of background to it, and you get absolutely jack shit. And it's just like, come on, man. And it all falls down to the basic foundation, which is your story and your plot and the script. And I think it's massively weak. I think they've, you know, just used this as an introduction movie to sort of like get as many different people as they can in. And, you know, the clue is in the name. It's Superman. The film is called Superman. Superman's in it. So let's make it about Superman. And fuck everybody else off. Just make it about him. Let's concentrate on him and the people, his supporting cast. He becomes more of a supporting cast member than all these other people. And that is the severe letdown with this. And I just think, I wonder where they're going to go with it. I wonder what they're going to do going forward. As in, because they're going to do a number 2. You know, are they going to carry that theme on? Or are they going to say, well, this is like the early version of Superman where he didn't realise his true powers, he wasn't that tough and things like that. Or are they just going to keep him sort of restricted and held back? And I hope they sort of change that going forward, because I was very, very excited to see this film, and I actually feel very, very let down. Feel quite emotional about it and pissed off, actually, if I'm honest, because it's a waste of time. I feel like we've waited so long for this movie, and it is actually a letdown. Like I said, the visuals, the comic book look of it all is brilliant. It is fantastic on that, but it's not got longevity. Like, from a rewatchability point of view, yeah, I'll watch it again, but I'll be watching it. I'm not going to rush to go and watch it again. But I will watch it again because it's Superman, and because I need to go, you know, from my side and go, well, you know, have I got something wrong? Have I missed something? I just don't think I have. There's not a lot of memorable moments, and for a Superman movie, that's not great. So yeah, go to the cinema, go and watch it, because nothing better than going to the cinema. The kids will love it. Us, people that have grown up on the 1978 Superman and things like that, I think there's going to be a lot of us disappointed. Anyone online that I keep seeing that's like on Instagram and stuff and giving it a 10 out of 10, no, it is not. But anyway, you let me know in the comments, have I got it wrong? Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? Let me know. Like and subscribe, please. There'll be more coming. And yeah, thank you very much. Much love.